What's going on, Beowulf Nation? It's on Beowulf, back at it with another one. As you can see, there's no helmet on. It means we're not in the Atlantic Ocean. Myrtle's Inlet, South Carolina. No, we're in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina on the Intracoastal. Finally, with all this crazy flooding, I'm like, let's roll the dice. I knew the water's down, so hopefully there's not any big debris. Saw a couple big alligators sunbathing on the way here. So it's about right about now till the next couple of months is the alligator breeding season. So that's when it's real dicey with gator action. Your chances of having a close encounter is now till the next two to 3 months, I'd have to say. And then it kind of dies down where you don't really see them that much. And finally it's warming up, and so the alligators are out sunbathing, soaking in the sun rays. I don't blame them. It's funny when you see them a distance away, they look fake, where their skin just looks out like dried out leather. They're not shiny or something. They're just like look really dried out. It's not the same as like, well, I guess if you see them at a zoo or something, but when you see them in the wild, it's hard to believe how big something like that. And it's like, hello, there's dinosaurs out here. And then we got the big great white sharks that OSearch just reported that now the Carolinas is a breeding ground and a feeding ground from winter, well, let's say fall to late spring, is a breeding ground for great white sharks and a feeding ground. And I've been going out there with this ski, my Yamaha GP1800R SVHO, and then I've been out in the stand-up, and yeah, woo, man, it's kind of crazy. OSearch is actually, I did a whole video, they're off the coast. I think they're in North Carolina right now, but they're on their 3-week expedition, and they were in the Myrtle Beach area. And yeah, there's just tons of crazy news, like Bitcoin news, crypto news, car manufacturers in trouble. It's gonna be, I got future videos talking about how the jet ski industry's in trouble. The jet ski apocalypse is about ready to start, and but there's still good news with it, which will be another future video. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Existing subscribers, hit the bell notification. You get notified as soon as the video is uploaded. Also to check out my Amazon store, amazon.com/shop/IamBeowulf. Check out the I Am Beowulf merch. Got some stuff discounted while supplies last at IamBeowulf.com. The rental place only got a couple skis in there. And yeah, man, it's just nice to be out here. I actually don't think I've been on the Intracoastal since November of 2020. This is March 25th, 2021. You do the math, it's quite a bit of months not being out here. One of the drone videos where I flew the drone showing the flooding that was here, I launched actually up from that cafe up there, flew it down this way, and it was like way inland flooding. And you can tell there's some debris. We got a huge pollen level. Most of this is pollen. It's insane. I don't really say I have allergies, but like definitely when they had like a high alert of pollen today with like 20 different pollens, tree pollen, and I was like not feeling it. That's crazy. That piece of land there is for sale. That's like almost like $1 million. And what is there? Not much. It's crazy with some of these properties. I know my parents are in the market of buying a home down here, which is pretty cool to get them down here in the South Carolina area, leaving the Midwest. So, man, we're out of that no wake zone. I'm excited about ripping out here, but I'm a little nervous because I've not been out here for a while. We don't know if there's trees or what could be in the debris. I don't want to get stuck out here. And I just figured, hey, the sun went away right when I got here, which is depressing. But hey, we're out of that no wake zone, no chitty chatter. It's not a rip. But the crazy thing I'll quickly say one thing. The RV park was like, if you've seen the video, was way up in there that it was flooded, and you can tell the RVs are back out. Oh man, it's just nice using the mouthpiece. it's fun back ripping on this thing. This thing is just so much fun. Definitely gonna be installing the bilge pump soon, just as a precaution. You never know what can happen. It's better be prepared than not. It's weird, like when you get to low speeds like this, you'll feel the ski drag, like drag onto one side. I think it's always really done that. This RXPX did the same thing. Like right now when you're turning, you just feel the rear dragging. And I'm just thinking it's a lot to do with the sponson. It's just how big of the paddle is. It's just pulling it. That's what I feel. Like I feel it like really leaning to one side. That's partly to get it to pivot like I do. It's hard to see in the video, but my legs are like leaning one forward and one farther back. And that's part of just like, not just the steering, I'm using all my force in my body to get that thing to pivot real deep. Then it's not all steering input, it's just like leaning into it, like the same as like leaning like this, left to right. It's like the same thing, except for you're like putting one leg forward and one leg farther back. It's hard to show being with the GoPro where it's at, but figure the shit out. Hidden knowledge from the Beowulf. I think there's some nice homes right here. A bunch of them being built, man. I haven't been out here for a minute. Tons of houses being built here. Let's see what time it is. Oh man, I gotta get back. It's 2 minutes, it's dark. That was fun. There we go. Yeah, the crazy thing, there's like a wind advisory. You don't really feel it until you go really fast, and then you start feeling it on my ears with the wind. So if anybody's wondering why there's a higher wind noise, this GoPro is pretty good with the wind, but when it's like a wind advisory, it's kind of out the window, like you hear the wind. Man, it's just all this stuff I've missed. Not being out here for like literally almost half a year. It's kind of crazy to think about that when you can go here all the time, but when the flooding hits, this is just not an option anymore. And it's just nice to change it up. The ski, it's nice to get into some fresh water instead of just been spending months driving salt water. I clean it up real good, but it's nice to finally get the trailer dipped into some fresh water too. Because the hard thing is when you're riding somewhere where there's salt water, you really can't clean the inside of the trailer, meaning the frame inside the trailer. It's really hard. I spray with the salt away all over, like the wheels inside there. Everywhere it's getting the salt away, but the only place you're not getting into is in the center of the frame where all the wiring is. And over time, your wiring could go bad. That's what happened to my Triton Elite trailer I had, because I had the same dilemma when I first moved down here all over winter, or pretty much from the before the fall to spring. The Intracoastal was flooded, and literally that summer then I started having lights failing, and then I had to get wiring covered, luckily under warranty. But the crazy thing, the dealer I bought it from wouldn't do anything. They didn't even care. So that's like one of those things I just don't like these dealers, because it's just not to knock them, but it's just a bunch of people that got a bunch of money and they get set up as a dealer and they don't care about customer service. And it's not just more than one of them, it's literally like 80% of them are like that. Not all of them, but there's some big name ones that people know of that aren't like that, but majority of them, 80% are. And yeah, that's why I'm hoping this new trailer I got that I've had for like a little over a year, a little over half a year, I just don't want that to have any issues. So it's nice to get in some fresh water. It's nice to get like wet. I'm so glad I wore not the whole full piece, but wore the wetsuit. I was gonna wear my swimming trunks. I'm just like, well, the water's gonna be cold, the temperature's gonna drop once it gets darker, and I feel perfect because I'm completely drenched and I feel so comfortable. And you just feel like you have more room to move once you take out the jacket part. But check them out, jettribe.com. They got the gloves and the whole getup, man. Not these boots. It's another brand, but I kind of was using that with the stand-up. But yeah, man, it's just so much fun riding this. And it's interesting, slightly glancing at the depth gauge of what's kind of, but not fully. And then the hard thing is, it's just, I forget how narrow this is riding here. When you got the whole wide open ocean with the great white sharks, you forget how narrow this really is. I don't understand how I was riding the stand-up here at all, how hard it is. It's basically not a lot of room, and that was like the hardest thing learning riding here, is just how narrow this is. You have no visibility behind you. As you saw, there was a big cigarette boat that had some decent sized waves. When you're out here, it's like you really have to look at the mirrors. Mirrors are crucial in narrow areas like this where you can't really steer it and look. It's hard to even look fully back when you're riding, because you got to pay attention to what's in front of you. I turned the side one way and turned back, and then boom, there's like 3 ducks who were pretty, I didn't get close to hitting them, but it's pretty close. So it's like, it's just, you know, you look back to check something out, and you turn back and you're like, whoa, man, what's in front of me? But hey, I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Existing subscribers, hit the bell notification. You get notified as soon as the video is uploaded. I'm Beowulf. Glad to bring you along the ride. If you're new to jet skis, you're one day want to get a jet ski, this is definitely the channel to watch. Check out my Amazon store, amazon.com/shop/I am Beowulf. Check out the I am Beowulf merch. There's discounted RXPX and RXTX merch on there at IamBeowulf.com. Be driven to win. Remember, every day is Earth Day. Be mighty and stay strong.